Do I have the right mindset with the beliefs, the perspectives, the paradigms, the attitude, the focus, the concentration to stay on track to achieving whatever you deem is financial freedom? All right, and welcome to the Achieve Even More Show. Are you ready to win the game of financial freedom? Let me know if one of your main focuses is financial freedom, and do you agree that in order to win the financial game, to have freedom, right? There's a variety of different complex situations you've got to navigate through. Are you ready to win the financial game of money, right? Let me ask you a question. How much does mindset play in financial freedom and earning more? What is mindset? Like when you think of the word mindset, is mindset just a good attitude? Like, what is mindset? What does mindset constitute, right? Does mindset constitute a good attitude, or what Carol Dweck said, having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset? I imagine if you're here, you have a growth mindset, right? Skip, I'll share with you the fourth one in just a moment. Not a force. It is kind of a force, but not a force, right? So when we talk about mindset, what are the different pieces around what causes somebody to have a really great mindset to have or to create financial freedom in their life? What is mindset? Like, what is a positive mindset? There's a lot of people that have a positive mindset, all right, but they're not earning the money that they want to earn. So when we talk about mindset, right, is it possible that the topic of mindset, might mean, okay, your ability to focus, might mean your ability to be aware, might be your attitude, might be your expectations. Where do your beliefs, right, what you believe is possible for you and what you believe you are worth, where do limiting beliefs play a part, or beliefs that limit you play a part of earning more money, of having financial freedom? I want to go beneath the surface, all right, because if you want to have financial freedom, right, then we have to have the mindset that will allow us to get there, right? So the number one thing to consider is, do I have the right mindset with the beliefs, the perspectives, the paradigms, the attitude, the focus, the concentration to stay on track to achieving whatever you deem is financial freedom? If mindset is part one of the equation, I'm going to have the right mindset, right? Then wouldn't number two be skill set? Like, what are my skills? And there are 5 games that we are playing when we're talking about financial freedom, right? Financial freedom is an event, right? It's a time in our life where we don't have to worry about, do we have enough money coming in order to live the lifestyle that we want to live. Most people live the lifestyle they have to live versus the lifestyle they want to live, right? And we settle. And the question is, why do we settle? Well, because of our mindset. But we also settle because of number 2, is we lack the skill set. We lack the skill set. And the question is, skill set for what? Would you agree? I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. Would you agree that there's really, in the arena of money, financial freedom, there are 5 games that are being played simultaneously? The first thing we have to learn is, how do I make more than enough? Right? How do I earn more than enough money? We all have living expenses, for whether it's car, house, food, shelter, a little fun and experiences we want to have. But do I have the skills to earn more than enough? Yes or no? It's binary. It's like, well, maybe. So if we have the skills but we're not taking action, then there's a disconnect between what we know and what we're doing. That's a mindset issue, right? So if we have the skills for earning more money, but we're not taking action, it must be something in our mental or emotional part of our brain that's holding us back. So think about this. When I combine the right mindset with the right skill set for earning more than enough, right? Because a lot of people are living above their means. Some people are living at their means. And some people are living with more than enough, which leads me to the next pillar, as I call them. There's 5 pillars we want to get really good at, right? 1 is earning more than enough. Would you agree with that? 2, am I good at managing the money that I'm earning? The money that's coming in, do I know how to manage it right? Do I know how to keep track of whether it's my personal expenses, my business expenses, and manage money so that it doesn't manage me and my lifestyle? That's a second pillar and skill that you have to learn. Third pillar, okay, in the skill set arena, we talked about mindset, but now we're going to talk about skill set arena. Third pillar is if I make more than enough and I manage it well so that I have some savings, right? The third pillar of financial freedom has to be investing. Investing, like where can I put my money so now instead of me working for money, money works for me, right? How many of you have money working for you through your investments, where your investments are appreciating, your investments have cash flow coming back to you? There's 2 types of investments that I like to look at. There's investments that are what I call are piles. So when you build a business, right, it builds value. So you have a pile. If you have a piece of land, okay, it creates value, right? But what about if you have a business that just keeps making money, or you have investments that pay you dividends or interest rates, okay? Those are streams of income. So in the world of financial freedom, we have earning more than enough. We have managing better, right? So that, we have a surplus. And then we have the world of investing. And what we want to do is invest, okay, to build piles and streams. So that when we get to the time in our life that we want to be financially free, the pile or the stream is able to take care of us. So we build the pile or the stream, and then the pile or the stream takes care of us. That makes sense. So far, pillar number 1's earning more, 2 is managing better, and 3 is investing. Now, what about the 4th pillar? Protecting your assets. What about the 4th pillar? How do I protect my assets? How do I protect my pile? How do I protect my stream? There are ways to do it legally. There's ways to do it obviously contractually. There's ways to do it in the stock market by putting stop losses, on your investment. There are ways to protect investments. And when we're talking about the word investment, are you gambling, speculating, or investing? Which one are you really doing? A lot of people confuse gambling or speculating with investing. Investing requires, okay, a higher level of knowledge and skill and decision making than gambling based on, I think this is going to go up, right? And then the 5th pillar within, okay, this skill set of money is debt. 2 parts to debt. 1 is getting out of debt. 2 is using debt as leverage. So let me ask you a question. If you could borrow $1 million from me at 3%, and you could turn that 3% into 10 or 12%, would you borrow $1 million if you knew how to invest that and make the difference? That's called good debt. Bad debt is when you take $1 million and you gamble it, hoping that you're going to make a return, okay, on investment, but it was really a gamble or a speculation instead of an investment. Does that make sense? So either way, we're talking about mindset and skill set, right? So when we're getting into winning the game of financial freedom, if fewer than 5% of people have financial freedom or get to the point where they have financial freedom, doesn't it make sense that there must be things that they either don't know or don't do? I'm sharing with you some of the things they don't know and don't do. They don't think this way, and they don't have the discipline, okay, required to achieve financial freedom. It's not that they don't have the potential. They don't have the mindset or the skill set, which leads me to the 3rd thing that we're going to talk about before I will give Skip the 4th thing that's really, really important. So we have mindset, which we've discussed as your focus, your ability, your beliefs, your perspectives, your paradigms, your attitude. But then we have the skill sets required, which then means the action set. Do you know what you need to do every day, every week, every month to earn more money? Let me share a story with you. True story. Yesterday I was talking with one of my private clients, and we were reviewing their results for the last 90 days. And the results were just not great, okay? Not great. And at our last meeting about 3-4 months ago, we had a set behavior of what they needed to do, and they didn't do it. And so when they showed up to the call, yesterday, their results for the last 90 days were less than stellar. And when we took a look at what was their behavior, their actions caused the results. Would you agree? The actions cause results. The actions you take and the actions you don't take cause your results. Would you agree with that? Well, they weren't taking the actions required to get the results that they want. The results were effects of the lack of action they were taking to generate more money. So if we have the mindset and we have the skill set, but we don't have the action sets that are consistent, the habits, then is it possible that we may have the best positive attitude, we may have the knowledge and skills because we've attended, a whole bunch of these Instagram and Facebook trainings, and we've bought books and read them, but we haven't integrated our mindset, skill set with our action set. We may not be achieving the results we want. I've been fascinated with how is it that we can learn what to do, how to do it, when to do it, why to do it, and we don't do it, right? Do you think it might have anything to do with the fact that habits are part of your subconscious conditioning, and 97% of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are because of our subconscious conditioning and the automatic patterns, right? So the fourth thing that we're going to talk about now, and thank you for all your feedback. I'm reading as I'm chatting. If we don't change our habits to actually activate the skills part of our brain that tie to the mindset part of our brain, then we're not going to be met with the successes that we want, right? And so how important do you think this fourth factor is? How important do you think this fourth factor is? We've got mindset's critical, skill set is critical, actions and specifically creating behaviors that are habitual. But then the fourth part is your environment. So there's an internal environment, right? But also there is an external environment. Your office, your home office, your business, the people you hang around with, the people you're learning with and growing with. How much do you think your environment plays a part of whether you are motivated and take action and you overcome your fears or your doubt or your anxiety or your failures? How important do you think environment is? Well, a lot of the research is showing that environment is critical for not just for us to stay motivated, but it's for us to share our experiences with each other and to help each other out. Because when we help each other, when we're in the environment of success, of people who want to achieve more and more and more, we're actually releasing more serotonin, more oxytocin, the feel-good bonding neurochemicals, which are tied to your motivational centers in your brain. So here's the key. If you want to win the game of financial freedom, I'm going to give those of you who just joined a little recap. You've got to get your mindset right. You've got to get your skill set right, and specifically your skills around earning more than you spend, managing your money better, investing wisely versus speculating or gambling, protecting your wealth, and then using debt as leverage and using techniques to get out of debt quickly. You want to make sure that you develop the daily, weekly, monthly habits to match the vision and goals that you have. And then you want to be able to do what? To get into the environment that fosters your growth and makes it easier, okay, to achieve success because other people are doing it. How many of you have ever tried to solve the Rubik's Cube? Have you ever tried to solve the Rubik's Cube? Right, whether it's the 2x2 right? Or the 3x3, or hold on. I love Rubik's Cube, or the 5x5, or the 4x4. Have you ever tried to solve? These, right? Is this a skill that you can learn to solve the Rubik's Cube? Is it a skill you can learn? Of course it is. If you're committed to learning it, could you learn it? Of course, if you're committed to learning it, you can learn it, right? Right, so here's a question. If you committed to learning, could you learn? If you committed to learning, could you learn? And the answer is, of course you could, but you'd have to solve it, and you'd have to become a finisher, not a starter, right? And so let me share something with you. How many of you have been to the Brainathon that we've done for the last 9 years, where I bring you world-renowned experts on how to master your mindset and your skill set and your action set? Because here's what I'm going to do. For those of you who want to join me for a full day of training for free with world-renowned experts on October the 23rd, can somebody type in the chat October 23rd? October 23rd, we're doing our 9th annual Brainathon. I'll be there. Jack Canfield, who sold 500 million books, will be there. Lisa Nichols will be there from The Secret. Dr. Lisa Feldman Barrett will be there. She's a distinguished professor at Northeastern University. Dr. John DeMartini will be there. Marissa Peer will be there. I've put together a world-class lineup for a full day training for free to help you change your brain so you change your income. October the 23rd, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 o'clock New York. If you just type in the word brain, if you go to my instant messenger on Facebook, or you go to DM me, to direct message me on Instagram, type in just the word brain, not in this chat. Go to my DM, okay, on Facebook or Instagram. Don't say hi, John. Don't say anything, just the word BRAIN. We set up a system to give you an automatic link. No, don't type in brain over here, all right? Type in brain, go to my message and type in brain, all right, instead of right here in this feed, all right? And my team can also put up a link here as well if you would like in the chat. Also, you can click on that and please share it with the world. We will be teaching you the latest in how do you let go of limiting beliefs that are holding you back. What's one limiting belief that if you let go of that limiting belief, you would take more inspired action? Does anybody have a belief that they're too young to achieve a millionaire status, or they're too old to achieve a millionaire status? Right? Does anybody have a belief, a limiting belief? I'm not smart enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm too young, I'm too old, I can't do it, right? If you think about your brain, what is a limiting belief? Isn't it a pattern that's been reinforced? For some reason, it's been reinforced. If I go pursue my passion, I miss out on raising my kids, right? And so, Joe, for you specifically, what would have to happen in order for you to raise your kids, okay, and fulfill your passion, right? So when we take a look at limiting beliefs, they hold us back. We'll show you how to get rid of them. What about your self-image? How much do you think your self-image plays a part on whether you will achieve, okay, your goals or not? Is everything tied together? When we talked about mindset earlier, right? If I have limiting beliefs, they limit me. If I have a self-image that doesn't believe I'm worthy or can achieve those goals, do you think we are going to take action or not? No. What about fear? Can you give me one fear that might hold you back? There's 55. All right, do you know one fear that might be holding you back? So what about a fear, right? Fear of failure, okay? Has fear of failure ever held you back? What about fear of disappointing yourself? Have you ever wanted to take action, right? And you didn't because you were concerned about whether it's losing money, Brittany, and what that would mean, or being embarrassed or ashamed or ridiculed or judged or rejected or not loved. So is it possible that things that are going on in my head, in your head, is holding you back, right, is holding you back, right? Well, if you could learn how to let go of the fears that are holding you back, would that be worthwhile for you to learn how to do that, right? Because if we said that there are 4 things that we need, getting the right mindset, the right skill set, the right action set, and the right environment, then we have to also understand that our emotions are part of our mindset, right? And either we control our emotions like fear, or it controls us. Can anybody tell me what the number one behavior is when the fear circuit is activated? There's actually three things that happen when the fear circuit's activated. Okay, when the circuit in our brain is triggered around fear, there are 3 automatic reactions, right? We either fight, or we flee. Fight, flight, or flee. Have you ever heard of that? Fight, flight, or freeze, right? There's actually a 4th one, it's faint. Some people actually faint when the fear is so great. So when we're in a fight mode, right, is that conducive to winning the game of money? When we're in a freeze mode, we're just frozen with fear, is that conducive to winning the game of money? When we are in, a running away mode, right, we flee, is that conducive to winning the game of money? Of course it's not, right? So we want to be in a state where we can be calm to respond versus stressed to react, right? So when we are more in control of our mindset, and we upgrade our skill set, and we develop habits that help us earn more, manage better, invest wisely, protect our assets, and use debt as leverage or get out of debt faster, and we are in the right environment, can you see how that can be a formula to solve this financial freedom puzzle? Anything less than what I've just shared with you won't work. I can share with you that, I've been around the game for a long enough period of time. If you really want to master your mindset and your emotions and your behavior, I recommend, that you really take a deeper look, at the $100 billion brain that you have, and then make a decision to upgrade it. Upgrade your brain. You upgrade your cell phone, you upgrade your computer, upgrade your mindset, upgrade your skill set, upgrade your action set so that it matches the vision and goals that you have. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And if you want to do that, join me on the Brainathon, October the 23rd. And my team is putting up a link on Instagram. There'll be a way to sign up in my bio, or just DM me the word brain in the messenger. Go to Messenger and type in brain with nothing else in there, and we'll give you access to that. And bring your friends, bring your family. We're expecting 100,000 people to sign up for this year's Brainathon. So sign up early and get there about 15 minutes early. It's on October 23rd, which is in about 10 days. I'll be live a lot, sharing with people more about this. And we have Jack Canfield, Lisa Nichols, Marissa Peer, Lisa Feldman Barrett, Dr. John DeMartini, myself, Nirka will all be there to help you level up your inner game, level up your skills, level up your environment. And we do it for free. So we do it for free as a way for you to enjoy financial freedom. Let me ask you a question. What's one reason you would love to achieve financial freedom? How many of you have been on a Brainathon in the past? This is our brand spanking new Brainathon, never before seen. It goes on October the 23rd. So it is brand spanking new, right? Brand spanking new, all right? How many of you have been on the Brainathon before? And how many of you are signing up for it? I can't do better than free for you. Right? I can't do better than free. I hope that you all will join me. Every Tuesday, I go live right here on the channel that you are on for 30 minutes. And I love sharing what I've learned. I love sharing about the brain. I love sharing about what you need to do without sprinkling any fairy dust on it. Right? Pretty pragmatic type of person. Mindset, skill set, action set, plus environment. Get those right and go deeper than the surface, and you'll be able to create the masterpiece you want in your life. Is there anybody other than me that is committed to living an extraordinary life? I don't want to live an ordinary life. So I'm willing to do a little bit extra so I have an extraordinary life. How about you? Are you willing to do a little bit extra to have an extraordinary life? Like, I'm prepared to do whatever I need to do to make sure that my life is a masterpiece. Anybody else with me? Extraordinary is a must. Like, how would you feel if you were at the end of your life and you thought about your life and you said, my life was just ordinary? Like, I would hate that. Like, that's like I refuse that. So I'm willing to do what it takes. I hope you are as well. Join me on the Brainathon, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks. If you like this, share this, by the way, please. If you like this, share this. And I'll be doing some Q&A sessions as well over the next 10 days. I'll go live on Instagram and do some Q&As and invite some of you up also. So pay attention to what I'm doing on my Facebook fan page and pay attention to what I'm doing on my Instagram page the next 10 days. I'm going to go on more than usual to help obviously share some of the knowledge and skills, but also to let people know about the Brainathon. This is a once a year amazing event that we do, and it releases the new one on October the 23rd, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 o'clock New York time. It'll be all day. It'll blow your mind. And appreciate you all. Have an awesome, awesome day. Please share this. Thank you. Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.